Make Notan using Photoshop 2020. I've opened up Photoshop. The first window that pops up is my Create New or Open Previous File window. I'm going to hit on Create New. The next window that pops up is my Preset Details window. I'm going to title this Notan 1. I make sure everything is set to inches. The dimensions that everyone will be working with will be 11, height 17. For a vertical horizontal switch, 17 by 11. I'm going to keep it at that because I like that better for Notan. The resolution should be set to 300 dpi. Background content should be set to white. I hit create. I have opened my tabula rasa 17 by 11 sheet of paper. The first thing I'm going to do is look on my toolbar, which is located on the left, and make sure that my black box here is set to in the foreground, and there's a white box in the background. These are interswitched by just clicking on the arrow, and now the white box is foreground, black box background. I'm going to click them again. If for some reason that box is not black and is another color, all you need to do is hold down, click on the box itself. The eyedropper tool will come up, and you can just click on the blackest black that you have, and that will actually set it now. The next thing I want to do is make a rectangular box of black. So the first thing I'm going to do is hold down the shift key, and you can see the cross there. And I've made a black box. I'm going to close that. When I return, those handles will come off. I go to the top move tool and I set everything, but I want to make sure, first of all, that my rulers are on. This is rulers off. You can see there's no dimensions there, numerical. Rulers on. Okay, now what I want to do is position it pretty much right in the center. That's it. That is a centered piece. The next thing I want to do is rasterize it. In order to rasterize it, I need to go to Layer, rasterize the layer, which means now that I can work with the layer. The next thing I'm going to do is bring in one of my 5 images, at least, that I've brought in from the internet, that are black and white, posterized, desaturized. I found this little piggy that I really like, so I'm going to just drag him from the desktop into my piece. Okay, I've dragged Mr. Piggy into the piece. And I actually want to put him somewhere over here, but he seems to be a little bit too wide than I want. So what I'm going to do is go to Edit, Transform, Distort. I'm going to make him a little bit skinnier and not so wide, so he takes up the whole space. Okay, I can actually center him. He seems to be right in the center there. So now I've centered him. I go return, and now he's placed in the box. The next thing I want to do is turn off my rectangle one box, my background box, and I see I have Mr. Piggy, that layer still open. The next thing I want to do is go to Select, Color Range, and you can see Mr. Piggy is a positive negative. But if I hit on the white area that he is, okay, then his entire frame comes up. But I don't want that. I want to hit on his clothes, which are black, because that's what I want switched. This can actually change also. The fuzziness of it makes it more contrasty if you pump it up. I'm going to hit OK on that, and you can see there's a moving dotted line there. I'm going to take him out, and as you can see, he's still there. Go to my rectangle box, hit my background, go to rectangular 1. From here, I will go to flip horizontal. Okay, and as you can see, he's actually flipped horizontally. I go to select, deselect. Now I can just repeat and do this again and again. Let me try that again for you. I'm going to bring in my piggy. He's a little bit too big. I'm going to take him down. Okay, I'm going to put this guy right there. I think he's okay right there. I'm going to press return so that he actually stabilized there. The next thing I'm going to do is keep him in there. Hold on, I have to turn off all my eyes and make sure Mr. Little Piggy is still there. I go to Select, Color Range, move this up here, make sure that I'm clicked on the black, and now he's got the dotted moving line there. I take him out, and he's still there. I click the rectangular box, I click my background box, I make sure that I'm on rectangle 1. If I'm not on rectangle 1, it will not work, the transformation, so I need to go to rectangle 1, and from here I go to transform, flip horizontal, and he's Mr. Piggy, half black, half white. Now all I need to do is, if I want to not see him, just to see where I am, I can just click on the eye for that. Next thing I want to do is go to deselect, and I have deselected. Now also what I can do is I can key in some text onto this, okay? As you can see, the text is right below the pen tool, okay, which is right here, right above the direct selection tool. Now as you can see, the text box is black. Now I don't want that because I want the text to be white so it can be seen on the black. So I'm going to change that and actually have already swatched a white. Now if for some reason your color is not set at that, all you need to do is go to the box, your eyedropper tool will come up and it will show you the white box there, the color picker. So I'll hit OK on that. The next thing I want to do is, now that I have my white box, I can set it at whatever font I want, bold. I think I like bold. I'll try that. The point should be whatever you want. You can change it. I'd say 14. I like that better. But let's just go to put my name down here, and it's in white. Okay, so now I can press return onto that, take it, and I can move it where I want. If I want it in the middle, okay, I think that's in the middle right there. I like that right there. The next thing I want to do is bring in another image. Okay, I have actually found a bird image that I took this past year that I want to bring in. I'm going to drag it, okay, onto my sheet, and I'm going to shrink it down. I have my handles there so I know that I can shrink it down, okay? And because, okay, and actually I'm going to keep him right there. That looks pretty good right there. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'll press return. Okay, it looks like he's still a little bit on the white there. I'll go a little bit up by using my arrow key. As you can see, I'm going down there, and now I'm going up. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is do the same thing, okay, which is turn off everything, okay, and make sure my bird is isolated. I'll go to my select color range box, and as you can see, here he is white, here the entire piece is shown, and I like that much better than clicking on that. So I'm going to keep it at that because that's a positive and negative that I want for Notan. I'm going to click OK on that, and as you can see, he's actually got the dotted white line there now. So now what I'm going to do is take him out, and he's still there. Key in the rest of everything. Make sure I'm on the rectangular 1 box. Go to transform, go to flip horizontal. Now I've got my bird, and I'm on the move tool, so I can actually now move it to right there, and actually then can frame, copy, paste anything I want, you know, as much as I can actually get in here. I'm going to go to deselect, and this is part 1 of how to make Notan with Miss Lialios. Thank you.